What's up, everybody? My name is Laura Cardona, a seasoned SEO professional. If you've been following along these series of videos, you remember that we use SaagaSolve's SEO Agent Creator to create an SEO Orchestrator, a hive mind agent that can run a complex SEO audit by creating specialized sub-agents in which it can delegate specialized tasks to. For instance, content audits and technical audits. In this video, we're going to be using that same agent we created to put it up to its test. So I popped into my new SEO Orchestrator agent and said I need a comprehensive SEO audit for SaagaSolve.com. Everything that needs human Q&A sent to my inbox for review. And what we're meaning by that, guys, is Agentic AI is fantastic, phenomenal. If you guys aren't using it already, you have to start because you will get left behind. But it's not a replacement for a human SEO, right? This is a tool that's giving me superpowers. It's automating that 80% grunt work, but it still needs me to review it and say, hey, this is good. Or I would add some more nuance to it. This is worth prioritizing, etc. AI is simply not there yet. So that 20%, I want AI to be cognizant of that and send it and float up those insights to me in my inbox. With that simple prompt, it said, I'll orchestrate a comprehensive SEO audit for SaagaSolve.com. This will involve multiple specialized analysis, and I'll write any items requiring your review to your inbox. And yes, that inbox is also SaagaSolve, making it super easy to audit, keep track of the work right in the platform. Let me start by setting up the project structure and then delegating to specialized agents. So what it does is it looks at the subtasks. Hey, we're going to need technical SEO audit. We're going to need content audit and on-page analysis, keyword research and opportunity analysis, competitive intelligence. And then we need to synthesize all of that information and provide strategic recommendations. And so it's just going to fire off chats with these agents, literally talking to them, again, orchestrating just like an orchestrator director would be, right? We need, this band firing. We need this band to come in here. And so it's doing all of that for me and working in the background. It says, hey, you can monitor progress in the task panel, and I'll notify you when the audit is complete and ready for review. This is live, guys. This is running as I'm talking. I can see in the task panel, this is exactly what it's talking about. It's actually showing me what it's doing, how it's talking to the agents, so on and so forth. In fact, if I just want to take a peek under the hood, it's not quite done yet, but the competitor intelligence sub-agent, I can pop that open and see all of this work that's running. And thank goodness, I don't have to be the one kind of reading through this information, synthesizing all of its findings. It's going to do all of that for me, and really, just as importantly, it's not going to run blind, right? We're not letting AI take over here and replace us. But again, it's going to float up those insights to my inbox so that by the time I review it, it's packaged in a pretty bow for me. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick pause and we're going to come back when this is all done. We are back to, took like maybe 10 minutes, if even, was able to grab a coffee, use the restroom, and let's see what it came up with. So scrolling up, all of this stuff didn't exist before. This is literally done in the background, you guys. I mean, as an SEO, we all know the importance of multitasking. And so the fact that all that data that we're going to dive into in just a second here was done while I literally did nothing is just a win in and of itself. But only a win if that data is actually useful. So let's take a look here. So it's giving us an executive summary. SaagaSolve has established a strong foothold in the SEO tool alternatives niche, but is heavily dependent on a single content piece. Significant opportunity exists to diversify traffic sources and capture high-intent keywords across the SEO tools ecosystem. Right, so a lot of blogs are carrying the majority weight of the traffic. In fact, one of them carries 82% alone. So not a great foundation to grow from, right? Definitely something that needs to be addressed. So current top performing keywords, Ahrefs alternative, article writing guidelines, free Ahrefs alternative, etc., etc. I'm just going to punch through these. It's showing me, where the landscape is currently. breaking that down by intent, keyword opportunities, what can I win on, and prioritizing that by difficulty versus value and the ratio there, how competitors are stacking up, mapping that to certain intent. Super important. What I see people doing is just going after keywords that sound good, but not respecting the actual user journey, right? And so your top of the funnel, that maps to informational keywords. And then as you get to the bottom, you get all the way to navigational keywords with commercial and transactional in the middle tiers, right? So we want to make sure everything we're doing is tied with the user journey to align SEO strategy with the actual human at the end. So it's great, even in AI is taking into consideration that human part of it, right? Love to see it. Quick wins, topic cluster strategies, competitive positioning insights, priority matrix. And let's look at a final recommendation. So immediate actions this week, update that Ahrefs alternative article with 2026 data. 80% of that site's traffic is coming from that. We definitely don't want to let that fall out of date. So fantastic recommendation there. Create a best SEMrush alternatives article, right? If the Ahrefs one did phenomenally, let's replicate that across other SEO tools. Fantastic. Implement internal linking between tools and blogs, add comparison tables to existing content, set up rank tracking for top 50 keywords. I'm not sure I would consider that an action, right? There's no way to know that that's not happening. And again, this is where that human element really comes in. And so that was just one facet, you guys, that just came from the content analysts. We have the competitor intelligence analysts. We've got technical in here. And then we got, of course, our even more content audit, right? So, or sorry, the first one was keyword research. This is the content. So as the orchestrator agent, rather than having to, comb through each report for individually, it's going to orchestrate or synthesize that data and give us a comprehensive audit. And we're talking about this almost from like an internal perspective, but imagine this for prospective clients, right? In a few minutes, you fire off a total holistic audit and then have a health score sent back to you that you can communicate to the client, show them major wins, all of that on the fly. Again, for prospects, or in your sales process, or for active clients, just saving time wherever possible. But here's the really cool part, right? Remember at the beginning, we said, hey, we know we're going to need a human to QA this. So just be proactive, and things that you think need a human's eye, float to my inbox. Well, you can actually see here, my inbox does have a message in it, and I can pop into this. And you guys, I wasn't joking. This was 8 minutes ago. This is how fast this happened. So I've completed a comprehensive SEO audit with 4 specialist agents. Before finalizing recommendations, I need your input on these strategic decisions. This is one thing I see SEOs and AI agents totally miss the mark on time and time again. If we lived in a bubble where SEO decisions were the only ones that mattered, the internet would be miserable. We would be miserable. But the truth is, sometimes you have to compromise SEO or do a choice maybe that wouldn't be from an SEO's best practice playbook because of a business decision. Here's an example, right? Your robots.txt has commented out blocks for AI training crawlers. Basically, that the robots file is disallowing AI crawlers from scraping SaagaSolve's data and training itself on it. That could be a fatal flaw for a generative engine optimization, right? You're literally telling AI, don't come to my site. So your citation probability in those LLM chats down the drain. But it's a preference a lot of businesses have, right? And so just being able to float up these, hey, I see you're doing this, but I'm not necessarily going to say this is a bad thing because it's a matter of user preference, is really great to see that built into a workflow and for it to be organized so neatly in here. Same thing here, even outside of preference, there's different ways to achieve things, especially in technical SEO. So the hero video creates strong visual impact, but significantly hurts mobile performance. So we have a few options to deal with that, right? We can replace it with a static image. We can lazy load video after initial paint, or we can remove the video entirely. I don't want an AI just shoving down my throat. Replace the video, replace the video. There's other ways to handle that. And again, just floating that up, letting a human QA is phenomenal, right? We probably went from like an 80-20 split with AI handling SEO recommendations and 20% of the human QAing and implementing, probably like a 90-10, if even, just to the fact that it's proactive and knowing what needs my eyes on it. I don't have to dig through that whole report, and I can move quickly, get its feedback, and get it back in that chat where it can synthesize and now move forward with the final recommendations based on my input. So again, we looked at creating that agent, that SEO orchestrating agent, running it on a holistic SEO audit, and now using that inbox tool to draw attention to where it needs my intervention. This is not to replace humans at all, but it's just to kind of give you that amazing executive assistant, almost the devil wears Prada executive assistant, right? Who's just serving you up the insights on a silver platter, wrapped up in a nice little bow, just to make your life that much easier. My name is Laura Cardona. I'm a seasoned SEO. And if you're not using this tool in SAAGA Solve, you're behind the curve. And if you're not using any agentic SEO solutions at all, you're not even in the race, okay? You're not behind anything because you're not even on the track yet, okay? So go to SaagaSolve.com, SaagaSolve.com. Sign up for a free trial today.